I felt like I had to protect myself from being hurt from people that I love. But I couldn't figure out how I was gonna make it. The role, she was like, treat people how you want to be treated. And that is always how I think about it.
It looks like Alicia Keys didn't just clap back, she went for the jugular. Word on the curb is Alicia straight up accused Lala Anthony of being secretly engaged to her man, Swizz Beatz. And no, this wasn't whispered behind closed doors. She allegedly dropped that bomb loud enough for the whole internet to hear, turning what was once messy blog chatter into a full-blown trending scandal that had everybody talking. But here's where it gets wild. The deeper you dig, the less this looks like a random outburst, and the more it feels like a calculated move in a messy chess game that's been going on for years. Was Lala really living some kind of double life, or is someone out here stirring chaos on purpose? Because between old photos, cryptic captions, and insider whispers, the puzzle pieces don't fit cleanly. They look like they were glued together with drama. Word on the street is Alicia went public with her suspicions, and instantly people stopped just side-eyeing her marriage and started questioning her entire inner circle. The second she let it out, fans began digging through years of old posts, photos, and throwaway comments that now look suspicious as ever. Suddenly, every little detail that was once ignored became proof, and the internet went into overdrive, turning tweets, clips, and random sightings into fuel for the hottest scandal of the year. And get this, an insider claims Alicia wasn't blindsided at all. She had already been noticing shady behavior for a while. Strange texts, late-night link-ups, cryptic social media posts that suddenly make way too much sense. So the real question is, did Alicia just piece it all together now, or did she already know for years and finally decide she's done pretending to be the perfect smiling wife? Because if these rumors about a secret engagement are even halfway true, that means it's been happening right under her nose the whole time. And once you start connecting those dots, things get way uglier. Fans are now pointing out old staged appearances, fake smiles, and cover-up relationships that paint the picture of a carefully hidden storyline. The internet exploded with reactions instantly. Some fans were shocked, some were laughing, and others were straight up savage with the shade. One fan wrote, "Wait, Swizz Beatz and Lala Anthony are allegedly having an affair? Well, Alicia Keys. It's called karma, baby." You could practically hear the side-eye dripping through the screen. People dragged out Alicia's own song Karma to rub it in, saying, "How you got him is how you'll lose him." And of course, the internet never forgets. Fans immediately started revisiting the way Alicia and Swizz got together in the first place, and now it's all circling back in the messiest way possible. And just when you thought it couldn't get nastier, the receipts from back in the day came creeping back up. See, the first time these Swizz and Lala whispers hit the blogs, Swizz himself had to turn into a one-man crisis PR machine. At that time, folks were already dissecting Lala's split from Carmelo Anthony, when out of nowhere came accusations she was sneaking around with Swizz. And this wasn't just faceless gossip either. Radio host Ms. Jones once claimed that someone from Swizz's very own camp DM'd her, spilling that Lala was in love with Swizz, but he made it clear he wasn't leaving Alicia for her. That's not just tea, that's boiling hot soup. Of course, Swizz wasn't about to let that narrative fly without a fight. He jumped right into the comments section like a man possessed and fired off his now infamous clapback, typing out that bold, "Knock it the F off ZZZ" for the whole world to see. And from that moment, this love triangle rumor stopped being just whispers and turned into one of the juiciest ongoing sagas in hip-hop and Hollywood circles. And apparently, Alicia bought into it, because Swizz didn't just deny the rumors, he went full-on Romeo mode right after. For her birthday, he pulled out a stunt so outrageous, it had people shook. He didn't just buy a gift, he splurged on a custom $300,000 Maybach. And the thing was so extra, it took 2 whole months to even get delivered.
All right, so are you pulling it back? Ready?
Okay, I don't know how to do this. What am I supposed
You just go like this, and you pull this.
Yeah, pull it back. Follow easier. Sheesh.
That's crazy.
Nah, that's... Sheesh.
It's crazy.
Nah, in person?
That wasn't just a car, that was a statement. Mama, 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 Maybach, Shaw. But wait, Swizz wasn't done showing out. He hit the studio and started remixing some of Alicia's songs, putting his love on wax for the world to hear. He even teamed up with rapper Marv Milley, who dropped bars praising Alicia's artistry, her legacy, even calling her the R&B Rosa Parks. And everybody was like, huh, how Rosa get pulled into this mess? Still, it was the whole package. Romance, public adoration, love bombing on steroids, and maybe, just maybe, a little distraction so Alicia wouldn't start side-eyeing what was really going down behind the scenes. Because fast forward to today, years later, Alicia is calling out Lala by name in this secret engagement drama. And suddenly, all those grand gestures don't look like love anymore. They look like smokescreens. The Maybach, the remixes, the public serenades, all of it feels like Swizz was making sure Alicia never looked too close at what he might have been hiding. And just when you think this is all about Lala, boom, another twist hits the timeline. Word on the street is that Swizz Beatz might have gotten another woman pregnant. And no, not Alicia, not Lala, but allegedly a whole other woman. And rumor has it, she's white. What? Swizzy, really? Fans lost it. Social media was flooded with reactions like, so Swizz Beatz got a white side chick pregnant? Oh, Alicia Keys. Oh no! The scandal was so wild, it had people convinced the story was too messy to be real. And here's the kicker. Some folks think the so-called other woman is nothing but a cover-up. That maybe it wasn't a random side chick at all, but actually Lala in disguise. Her name swapped out to protect her from headlines. If that's true, then Alicia has been living with a slow burn scandal simmering under her nose for years, while the public was busy gossiping about everything else. Layer after layer, this tea just keeps piling up. Like every bag dunked into the pot makes it hotter and messier. And honestly, that's why Alicia going public with the secret engagement feels less like a shock and more like the inevitable. At this point, the history, the rumors, the distractions, they've stacked up so high she couldn't ignore it even if she wanted to. And speaking of history, let's not act like Lala and Swizz never had people whispering before. This isn't brand new.
The night, bro, you know, you're not doing too bad yourself. You come through and shut it down every single time. Tell me what you both are looking forward to tonight.
Just having fun and seeing a lot of people we haven't seen in a long time. You know, this is a night of art, supporting the Met as artists and collectors ourselves, and we just want to have fun and just have that New York state of mind.
Of course, you have so many big New York records.
Long before that secret engagement talk, their energy had already been raising eyebrows. Back when Lala was still married to Carmelo, she and Swizz were spotted together more than once. And if you paid close attention, the body language was screaming louder than words. Lingering looks, quiet smiles, conversations that lasted a little too long. It was giving something's up, not just we're friends. And who could forget that one function where Alicia and Swizz were showing off their couple vibe, her rocking that no makeup confidence, him cheesing by her side. But just a few feet away, people swear they caught Lala and Swizz locked in their own little bubble. Those same two long smiles, those looks that definitely didn't say platonic. The internet remembers. Then came the Met Gala, and this moment right here is legendary. Lala on the carpet, mic in hand, interviewing Swizz, complimenting him, keeping the energy high. And Swizz? He was eating it up. Smiling, laughing, vibing right along with her energy. To most people, it looked like harmless fun. But to those tuned into the whispers, it felt like confirmation that the chemistry was real. And it wasn't just Alicia's imagination after all. Now, nothing about that Met Gala moment was overly flirty. But you could feel the energy shift. It wasn't over the top, but it was enough to catch eyes in the crowd. Friendly on the surface, sure, but still giving way too much sparkle to be brushed off as casual. And honestly, for a lot of people, this whole secret engagement rumor isn't shocking at all. Some fans are calling it the natural endgame of chemistry that's been glowing between them for years, an energy that never really disappeared, just waiting for the right moment to come busting into the open. And here's where it gets even juicier, because if you really study Lala's moves over the years, it almost looks like she's been running this quiet little game the whole time. Every time blogs start connecting her name to Swizz, boom, another man magically enters the picture. First, it was that NYC entrepreneur Bear. Before that, some other mystery guy no one ever even got a real name for. And each time, same pattern. She never confirms, but she never denies. She just lets the rumors float, lets the internet talk, and never bothers clearing a single thing up. No Instagram couple pics, no captions, no big public declarations, nothing. And if you think about it, that's kind of genius. While the public is busy chasing side quests with all these random men, the real headline, her ties to Swizz, slips right under the radar. If that's been her play all along, that's PR masterclass energy right there. She's been controlling the narrative without ever saying a single word. But here's where her whole strategy starts crumbling, because all the distractions in the world can't cover up the fact that Alicia has now put Lala's name front and center. And when that happens, all those little whispers, fake love interests, and cover-up storylines suddenly look exactly like what they are. Misdirections hiding the real tea. And let's not act brand new like the internet doesn't remember how Alicia and Swizz themselves started out. Back in 2010, the very same year Swizz and Alicia got married, he finalized his divorce from Mashonda Tefrere. And Mashonda made it clear she wasn't signing off on a happy ending. She openly accused Swizz of cheating and claimed Alicia knew he was still legally married when she started dating him. That's not speculation. That's straight from Mashonda herself. She even revealed that the divorce blindsided her completely. According to her, she had no idea Swizz was about to tie the knot with Alicia just months later. Imagine being in that situation, raising a family with your husband, only to find out he's already moved on and is about to walk down the aisle with one of the biggest R&B stars in the world. And sure, over time the public saw all three of them, Swizz, Alicia, and Mashonda, try to present themselves as one big, blended family. Cute photo ops, co-parenting smiles, staged happy holidays. But not everyone was buying that picture-perfect story. A lot of fans never let go of how it started. One fan on social media summed it up in one sharp line. Swizz didn't create a happy blended family. He broke Mashonda's heart and then tried to normalize the damage with glossy media photos. And that's the kicker. Because when you go back and connect those dots, it's not just about Lala anymore. It's a whole pattern of scandals, distractions, and perfectly timed cover stories that now look a lot less random and a lot more calculated. Which is exactly why Alicia speaking out now hits so much harder. Because deep down, the mess has been bubbling for way longer than people realized. And here's where the whole situation takes an even sharper turn. Because once Alicia put Lala's name out there, it stopped being whispers and instantly became a storm. The blogs lit up, fans started connecting dots like detectives, and suddenly, every little piece of history between these three started looking way more suspicious than it did at the time. People weren't just gossiping, they were digging. Old photos resurfaced, cryptic captions got dragged back into the light, and even clips from interviews were being rewatched frame by frame. It was like the internet went full FBI mode, trying to figure out just how long this triangle had been spinning in the background. And the more receipts people pulled up, the worse it looked for Swizz and Lala. But here's the part that really stung. Fans didn't stop at Alicia and Lala. They dragged Swizz right into the center, saying he's been running the same playbook for years. Love bombing with grand gestures, covering messes with expensive gifts, and playing the public with carefully crafted images. One person even wrote, "This man is a magician. He distracts Alicia with a Maybach, the public with music collabs, and meanwhile, he's out here writing his own soap opera behind the scenes." And honestly, that's exactly how it looks. Because if you zoom out, you start to notice a pattern. Big scandal breaks out, suddenly there's a huge birthday surprise or a new project release. Drama heats up online, out comes a carefully staged family photo. It's like clockwork, distraction after distraction, never letting the fire burn long enough to expose the whole truth. But this time, it's different. Alicia herself cracked open the door by pointing at Lala, and once she did that, no cover-up could contain it. Suddenly, what used to be little whispers about Lala's close friendship with Swizz turned into bold headlines about a secret engagement. And fans aren't just asking questions anymore, they're demanding answers. And let's not forget, Lala has her own history of messy headlines. Her split from Carmelo Anthony was already plastered all over the blogs, with rumors of infidelity flying back and forth. So when her name gets linked to Swizz now, it feels less like a random coincidence and more like a continuation of the chaos. People are literally saying, this is Lala's brand at this point, always in the mix when marriages get messy. And Alicia? She's not playing the silent wife role anymore. The fact that she put Lala on blast means she's tired of the shadows, tired of smiling for cameras while whispers circle behind her back. It's like she's finally saying, if we're going to play this game, let's play it in the open. And that alone changes everything, because when the wife goes public, the narrative shifts, and suddenly it's not just gossip, it's personal. Now, here's the wildest twist. Some insiders are saying Alicia might not even care about the secret engagement as much as people think. What she's really mad about is the embarrassment, being made to look like the last one in the room to know what's going on. For someone as powerful and respected as Alicia Keys, that's a blow to her image. Fans are saying it's not about heartbreak, it's about pride. And that's why this situation feels like it's about to explode in a whole new way. Because if pride is on the line, then Alicia doesn't just want the truth, she wants control of the story. And if that means dragging names into the spotlight, even if it scorches her marriage in the process, she's clearly willing to do it. And judging by how quickly the internet picked it up, the fallout is only just beginning. So when you step back and look at this whole Lala situation, it doesn't feel like some random headline. It feels like history repeating itself. The over-the-top love gestures, the secret whispers, the carefully staged distractions. Alicia isn't just facing one scandal, she's confronting the same exact pattern she's been caught in for years. And now, she's making it clear she's not about to sit quiet and let it play out without a fight. Because this isn't just about Lala and a so-called engagement. This is Alicia drawing a line in the sand, saying loud and clear, history is not going to repeat itself without consequences. And here's where it gets really explosive. Insiders claim Alicia is actually preparing to file for divorce. And the alleged reason? Swizz didn't just cheat. He allegedly fathered a child outside the marriage. One fan summed it up with pure shade. Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz getting divorced? Child, how you get him is how you lose him. And honestly, that reaction was all over social media. People acting shocked, but also calling it karma coming back around. But the wildest part? Alicia didn't supposedly find out from blogs or rumors. No, sources claim she found out through court-ordered paternity tests. That's not gossip, that's paperwork. Imagine smiling for cameras while legal documents are telling you your husband's been living a double life. That's a whole other level of betrayal. And the timing makes it even more twisted. This wasn't just any random point in the year. This bomb allegedly dropped right after Alicia and Swizz celebrated their 15 years of magic anniversary. Y'all remember those Instagram posts? Cute pictures, romantic captions, the whole fairy tale. But if the timeline is right, Alicia might have already been holding those paternity results while she was posting about love and longevity. Now that is diabolical, and also one of the most controlled PR poker faces we've ever seen. But here's the thing, this scandal isn't just about betrayal in the typical he cheated sense. If Swizz really has a new baby outside the marriage, it takes things to another level. It forces the question, where does Lala fit into all of this? Because let's not forget, the engagement rumor is still hanging in the air. If Alicia really ends the marriage because of this child, does that open the door for Lala to step in and slide from alleged side piece to official fiancé? Could Swizz actually pull the same move again, switching women in the middle of a scandal and then parading the new relationship like nothing happened? Most people would say no. But the timing feels a little too perfect. First the whispers, then the gifts, then the baby scandal. It's like a messy full-circle replay of 2010, only this time Alicia's on the other side of the heartbreak. And fans can't ignore the karma factor. From Mashonda's heartbreak back in the day, to the blended family image that was painted in the media, to now, it looks like what once worked in Alicia's favor has finally swung back around on her. As one fan bluntly put it, what goes around always comes back. The same scandal Alicia once ignored is now her reality. Which brings us to the final messy question. Was this all part of a long game, or just terrible timing? Did Lala quietly play the shadows for years, waiting for her chance to finally take the spotlight? Or is this whole thing just one giant chaotic coincidence that happened to explode right on Alicia and Swizz's anniversary? Either way, the tea is boiling hotter than ever, and the story's nowhere near over. Do you think this was Lala's long game from the very beginning, or just bad luck catching up to Alicia and Swizz at the worst possible time? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Because trust me, this fire is only just getting started.